these, Lori.
Oh, she said these? Okay.
Oh,
Good
Lord.
evening, and welcome to the Poetry of Justice show with Jackie Ray Phillips here on YikesRadio.com. But guess what, guys? Let me tell you about our God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above because we are on two networks simultaneously, everybody. Not only are we on Yikes Radio, but by the praise be to God, we're on Accelerated Radio too. So, woohoo! So I just want to say welcome again to the Poetry of Justice show. So big things we're doing tonight, guys. I'm stoked. I'm excited. We got Dante. We have a whole new get down with the get down on the get down. So welcome. Tonight, I'm excited to welcome the ladies of the chat. But before I do that, my sister's sitting here, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure we give our sponsorship its respect and due. And I'd like to give honor and respect to my sister, Lori Ray Fisher, and Gingy Productions and Entertainment Company. As well as APS Muscle Cars Incorporated and WMPJ Steelworks Incorporated. Yes, thank you for our sponsorship. And I just also want to go ahead and give a shout out to, well, I shouldn't even be a shout out, but what I wanted to do is just real quickly just give a little bit of memoriam for our mom who's embarking on the 1 year anniversary of us losing her. So it's just on my spirit today. So I just want to take time to
Just to say we love you, Mommy, and we miss you very much.
Yeah.
But your legacy lives on through all of our generations.
So, we got the ladies of the chat. I have got Shelly C.
Hey.
Tanya Michelle.
Yes, ma'am.
Lori G.
It's me.
And then Laura, we have some amazing, this is just fire, guys. This is just fire. This place has been packed. And those, on the way here tonight, guys, we were doing a little bit of a reminiscing thing. And I was talking about when we very first started. Okay, so we're going to go back to when the chat first started. But for the first, let's go back to when the POJ show started, guys. So August 6th, which is the baby's birthday, is also, shout out to Whitley. And happy birthday to Shelly C. Happy C. And happy birthday to Miss Doreen. Shelly C. It's the August up in the house. All these, these beautiful Leo women. And we got Mrs. Fisher coming on into the studio, Mama.
Yes.
But we were laughing and talking about when we very first started. Remember that little, we was doing big things, y'all. We thought we was doing big things then in that little space where we started. Oh,
You guys remember that little space?
But I was
Lakewood.
I was telling Lori about my very, very, very first show. And I was just in there by myself. Well, and remember Mr. Professor Good?
Professor, yes.
Okay, anyway, him. And so anyway, it was just the hardest show in the world. I had no idea what I was going to talk about. It was just so bad. It was just horrible, I felt like. And then from there, we talked a little bit more about our last, little shows together. But anyway, how the show has grown. But we are here today, and this is a big, there's just a little bit of things going on. So anyway, we're having a good day here on the Poetry of Justice show. Lori G, what are you thinking about you want to talk about tonight here? What you got going on for the ladies in the chat?
Well, it's going to be super exciting today, ladies in the chat, right? We have guests. We have an audience, right? We could be a talk
That was
show
the
right
trajectory
now.
I was going
Exactly.
on. But I got derailed with Dante, but it's okay. I love Dante.
Exactly. We have an audience, so we're very excited. And so we're going to stick with our usual format, but we're just going to have many more opinions that people can weigh in and talk about and have a great time.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
All righty, yes. And then I just want to go ahead. Let's give some shout outs to Miss Frida Ross is in the house tonight. How you doing, Frida?
Hey.
All right. You doing good? Looking good, smelling good.
Excellent.
It's all good over here.
It's all
Compton
good.
in the house.
Yeah.
Woo, woo. Anyway, that's just me being ignorant, y'all.
We get like that sometimes.
Anyway, I just let people know what's going on. And then I just want to say, Miss Noreen, how are you tonight, gorgeous? You're looking amazing. You're welcome. And Mrs. Chris Fisher in the house. How you doing? This Miss Chris Fisher.
Miss
You OG
Fisher.
up in the house. Huh? You always say, you a regular here. And then all honor and respect to Mrs. Jacqueline Williams Fisher, gracing us with her presence tonight. Yay! Yes.
Glad to be here.
We love you, little Nana.
Love you ladies. You my
This
children.
woman is beyond amazing. I don't know if she's going to bless us on the mic tonight, but this lady here made absolute certain that all the neighborhood children knows Jesus Christ.
All of them.
Amen.
She
Absolutely.
not only took our babies every single Wednesday, where my sister, y'all, and low key, she would be at Macy's.
Don't tell.
Every single
Oh my
when the
God.
new
Shopping.
INC outfits was out. And anywho, but thank you, little Nana, for everything you've done. Right now, to this day, in my vehicle still lies one of the artifacts that the girls made via you, and everything you did for us on those Wednesday nights. So we love you.
I just try to be a light.
Yes, and you are them.
And then I'm extremely excited to have, after 3 years on air, finally, my little noggin head niece is finally back from Australia. Miss Morgan Fisher, get over here. Get in here, girl. Get in here.
Say hi.
Hello. So let everybody know what's up. No.
How was Australia?
Mama?
It was fun, very enlightening.
Okay, what made you, what prompted you? Guys, my little niece was all the way in Australia by herself, just being a big girl. So what do you think, Mama? What was it like?
It was really cool. It was nice to be immersed in a different culture. It was really cool. I became very close with the Aboriginal population there. So that was really enlightening and very telling. And they're in kind of their works of reconciliating that and trying to make amends. So that's been something that really sparked my interest while I was there. And I worked with the big corporation, but I worked particularly in their diversity department. So it was really cool, very enlightening.
Exciting.
Lots of things to see.
Look at you, big girl. And what you got big plans coming up? Because it's not over. It ain't over,
Yes.
y'all. It ain't over. What else you got going down?
I'll be leaving for Greece September 1st. So I'll be studying abroad for 4 months and I'll be back in December.
Wow.
Should we take this personal, all this leaving the country?
Just saying. No. I think being abroad has showed me that I value family and I value being close to home. But I think as I'm going on my abroad journey, it's bringing me closer to what I want out of life and putting things in perspective for me. So when I am older, I'm able to make the right decisions for myself and not necessarily mess up. So I guess it's finding myself journey in a sense. But I know that I want to be home. Yeah.
Now, Marcus, what year are you embarking on in your academia?
I'm going into my senior year at
I cannot believe
Senior
it.
year.
I cannot believe it. Not the baby. I cannot believe
Right on.
That's so awesome, but I feel so old.
The baby.
The baby, the very last one, yeah.
You excited?
excited, nervous, but excited.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You deserve it, mamas. So, now that being shared, look at all this love and positive energy we got growing and flowing inside. We got the green, you know, incense in the air. Put it in the air, do y'all hear? That's what. But I just wanted to say that girlfriends, homegirls. Let's talk about the difference between a girlfriend, if you will, before Lori takes the whole shit and rolls. The difference between a girlfriend and a home girl. First off, is there a difference in your opinion, Mrs. Chris Fisher?
Oh, yeah.
Come on up.
Come on.
I'm not gonna say a real big difference, but there is a difference.
Okay, so if you have your girlfriend, okay, so what type of friendship or relationship, what type of, exchange does that look like for you?
For me, a girlfriend is, we might go out here and there. We don't talk about a whole bunch of personal stuff, but I can talk to you about some things, but I'm not gonna talk to you about that thing right there, My homegirl, yeah, we can get out like that. We can do that 'cause it's between us,
Right,
I know you ride or die, we ain't gonna do,
Right.
You ain't gonna zip.
Gotcha.
The girlfriend, yeah, we cool, we can hang out, but I'm not gonna tell you a whole lot.
Okay.
But we cool,
I get that. All right.
have to agree with Chris. Your girlfriend, yeah, we can go. It's cool. We can hang out. I'm not gonna tell you everything.
Right.
And then your homegirl, you can tell anything, and there's no judgment. There's no competition, and she wants to see you win just as well as you want to see her win.
Got it.
That's my home.
Got it. Your ace. Woo, woo.
Jackie, I'm interested in knowing what your idea is about homegirl versus girlfriend. Come on.
I love this song, y'all. Remember Lori's song? This is
I
our
remember
cut. Remember,
that.
y'all was at the townhouse? Don't act like y'all don't remember. Tanya, you was there too. Don't act like y'all don't remember that.
Are the pearl diving parties?
Shirley, that was that first house you had in Ladera. You remember that?
Yes.
Boom, boom.
Well, you know, I have a girlfriend, I mean, a friend girl, a girlfriend, my ride or die, that's been friends since my oldest was 9 months old.
Wow.
And he's 53 now, almost 54. And I can tell her anything. She moved to Atlanta, but I can pick up the phone anytime, day or night. She can call me anytime, day or night. But then you have degrees of friendships too. I have a friend, Nora, at church. She's a young woman with 2 small children. They call me Nana. But there's a love there. That she cares about me, I care about her. And she does things. And then there's another lady that calls me mom. Her name is Kathy. She's my nail lady. But she treats me like a mom.
Yes.
You know, but that's a friendship on another level.
Got it.
So you have your degree of friendship. You have your degree of loved ones. You know? And you know, it's but there's room enough for all of them. Room enough for you to love them and for them to love and appreciate you as you love and appreciate and value their friendships here again on different levels. And you have a respect, and I think it's very important that you respect each other at whatever level your friendship is. And it's a friendship that I hope you know you don't have to see someone every day or talk to them every day to still be connected and still know they have your back. You know, that's very important. Very important.
Thank you, Jackie.
All right now, Tanya Michelle.
I agree with Nana. I think that, for me, I have a lot of girlfriends, but they're not my homies. So I have like girlfriends at work, we talk about work. I have girlfriends that we may have another common interest, we talk about that. But then your homegirl, you could just talk to about all those categories, everything. And you divulge stuff with that girl because you know it's ride or die. They know things about you that you would probably never tell anybody else. And so it's just that trust that's there. And then also with your homegirl, what I recognize is your friends you may talk to more than your homegirl sometimes. Because your homegirl may be, like you guys busy, we don't talk that much, but we know when the push comes to shove, homegirl.
That's the red line.
Yeah. Homegirl, right. So, and they know that if you're busy or dealing with your life that you may not talk every single day. But nothing has changed and you're still available for them whenever they need it.
You are around the way for late. I like that transition. We got a phone call.
Around the way.
Looks like we got a phone call, but Dante doing his thing. But anyway, in case you guys want to call us here on the Poetry Justice Show to talk to the ladies in the chat, you can do so. Is it the same number? At area code 310-910-9676, extension 1. We have a caller. Hey.
All right.
Okay.
Hello, you on the air. This is Jack. What's up? Who this? Hey, Jack. Lori, say it ain't so. Say
Not
it ain't
the
so.
Roderick Hoyt. Is it the Roderick Hoy?
Hello, Roderick. We alright? How you doing? How you doing? You gotta learn to do. Roger, we talking about the difference between a homegirl and a girlfriend. And my question to you, if you talking to somebody, can you bang her homegirl or her girlfriend? Which one is bangable?
Wow.
If you will.
Wow.
Oh Lord. He's stuttering.
He's like, I'm on the air, Jackie. I'm on the air, Jackie.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. It's a family
I just had to throw
affair.
it out there. It's Yikes Radio, people.
Yeah.
Yikes. Oh, note to self.
Let me write that down.
Put her down, put her down, put her down. She right here, look.
Hey Rod, how you doing? I'm doing fine. I'm just still trying to get over your definition of the homegirl versus the girlfriend, baby. Wow. Wow.
He said technology. Yikes.
No.
Yeah.
And
No picking up from the work.
No.
No.
No taking home.
And no being
That
there.
bitch will be walking.
I got one word for that, Rod. It's called Uber. Uber. Yes, yikes.
Absolutely, Roderick. We love you, Mr. Hoy. We love, you too. All right, thank you. Right. That was awesome sauce, huh, Lori?
That was very interesting.
Oh
Very,
my goodness.
very.
Now, Miss Noreen, darling,
All right.
there's no escaping. What is your position on homegirl versus girlfriend?
I agree with all of the ladies here today. I think your girlfriend is going to be someone you just talk to and you hang out with you on occasion. And your homegirl, you're gonna just share not
Yeah.
everything, but
That part right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
But
Right.
she is your ride or die.
She's
like
your ride or
Shirley said.
die.
So, you cannot talk for years and pick back up and,
Where you left off.
and it's still, you know that's your homegirl.
Right.
And I like to be that kind of, friend to my real homegirls because not everybody is your homegirl. You
No.
know?
That's true.
Not everybody is your friend.
It's a
You're just there,
qualification.
to
Their
watch you.
qualifications.
Your quality.
Yeah.
Noreen, what
That's
would
interesting.
Yeah, what are some common? Let's talk about some of the common qualifications to elevate somebody to homegirl status.
Qualification.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what makes you sit on the real? You be like, okay, you know what?
Trustworthy.
Like,
Yeah.
my dog
Yeah.
over here, I be like, I know, I'm gonna just go on with that. And she be telling me, you can't dance with everybody. But I know,
Right.
what do? I want to go dance anyway, then I always come back all jacked up and come right.
And we do the cha-cha-cha.
Then you got that sister bond that is just like, okay.
Right.
So how do you,
You know
Noreen,
that.
when do you let somebody come your homegirl?
Well, I mean, you know what? It takes a while for me. Like, I don't know. I have to, trust factor with me takes a long time. So, I mean, you have to almost, become family in
Got
order
it.
for me to, call you my homegirl. My
Got it.
homegirl right now, we've been homegirls for, since high school. And, she is my ride or die. If I'm going through something, she never says anything negative or, so, and it took
me until I was going through something in my life to where I understood that that's my homegirl right there. You know what I mean? So, and that was years later. We were adults. And so I would say in my 40s, it took me to realize, okay, who your homegirl is and who your friends. It's just yeah. And I don't even know if they're friends sometimes. You know.
That's true.
So, yeah.
I'm just saying, yeah, celebrated in YightsRadio.com.
I know, Morgan.
Thank
So we
you.
Rod called and talked about generational differences, right?
Thank you, Lorraine.
Between homegirls and, you know, your girlfriends. So do people in your generation, do you guys have homegirls or just girlfriends? Or?
I don't know. I guess for me in particular, I guess we don't call them homegirls. I guess. I have I call it my inner circle, and I have my inner circle of friends, and the rest are you're just a friend to me. I have girlfriends, I guess, where it's like you need that girl presence, and you just need to chat with your girls. But I feel like I have my inner circle, and you know my inner circle. It's usually Tara, Cassandra, etc. But I think I don't necessarily. I guess I'm not old enough to necessarily know yet whether they're the friend that I'll have when I'm 40, And so I guess for me it's a trial and error, and all I can do is go out trustworthy and believe the best in people. But like you always tell me, Mom, when people show me their colors, I'm like, all right, now I need to hold you at arm's distance. You're becoming an associate. I'm cordial with you. We talk when we talk, but you're not someone I confide in. So I guess, but I think it's harder with my generation, I feel. I think it's just a little more difficult because I feel like we're always pit up against each other. In my generation, you never really know. It's like, you never leave your girlfriends with your man. You're like, what? Why? Like, she's supposed to be my friend, you know? Like you don't think of things like that.
You can't do that.
And so you can't, because you never really know true intentions, where I think in your generation, the idea of having, like, my group of girlfriends was very big and very important, but I don't think I feel that as much. It could just be because of my circle and how I lead my life, but I don't necessarily feel the strong tie to the whole, this is my homegirl, this is my group of girlfriends, opposed to, this is my inner circle of people. I have like a one guy friend that's in that inner circle, and a couple of other girls, but nothing, but I can be like, this is my group of girlfriends, and we'll go to the spa, and I'm don't think I'm necessarily there yet.
What do you think, Aaliyah?
I agree. I thought the question was interesting that there's a difference between homegirl and girlfriend, because I don't distinguish the two either. I think I just have friends. I feel like I have a super duper diverse group of people who I do consider my friends. I just feel like it's a vibe with people, and I feel like people put a long time, they put a lot of emphasis on how long you've known somebody, and I think it's about the vibe they're giving you right now. And obviously, as time goes on, you'll see who that person is, and they develop into a friend, or it develops into a relationship. But I just feel like I have a lot of friends, and I don't differentiate between homegirl and girlfriend. If I consider you a friend, that means we have a vibe, we have a relationship, we click, no matter how long it's been. I have a wide array of ages of people who I consider friends, and I think that's always been important as well, because everybody has something to offer. So.
Do you share your personal information or your struggles or your concerns with all your friends?
As it pertains, I feel like when you meet people, there are certain things that you guys click on, and I feel like I always have a person to talk to because the array is so wide. I consider my grandmother like my best friend. I tell her almost everything.
I feel you on that one.
Yeah, almost everything.
He said, "Aw."
Yeah, there are things that I would take to my grandmother that I would never take to a friend because you just don't have the knowledge for it,
The experience.
Yeah, yeah. So you can't talk to everybody about everything, and I think that goes beyond just
differentiation. So we can move on.
That's true. We can move on. I think my differentiation is pretty much the same of my generational talk here. My homegirl is somebody who I don't have to talk to every day, every week, every month, right? But if I need you, all I got to do is say, come. It's like you said, you push the red button. That's my
Craig's
homegirl.
hurt, come quick.
Exactly. Craig's hurt, come quick. It keeps my secrets, you know. But I think your true homegirl, too, will tell you when your stuff is raggedy. They gonna support you, but they're gonna tell you when your stuff is raggedy. So it's not just like your homegirl is yes, just juicing. And what do the kids say, gassing you up all the time, right? It's somebody who's really gonna be honest, but they down for you, right? A girlfriend for me is people I know. You know, I like being around, but I can have a lot of girlfriends, right? But I can't have that many homegirls.
That's right.
You know, because that's what I think.
Awesome.
I like that.
Yes. Girlfriends, people. But anyway, we had the time of our lives, right? And
We did.
Girlfriends Network. And so, Lori, you wanted to bring this to the ladies of the church. Do you?
I thought it would be great because did you guys know that August 1st is National Girlfriend's Day?
Yes.
I did not know that. I didn't know until I got my girlfriend calendar. August 1st was National Girlfriend Day. So I was like, you know what? We should talk about that on the chat. And I would like Tiny Michelle to kind of lead us off with the discussion because she was the one who invited us to go to the National Girlfriend Luncheon, which I think has been around for a long period of time. So tell us like what.
I have a coworker. You know, she's my girlfriend, and she had been trying to get me to go to this event. And
Not homegirl. I noticed you said.
No,
girlfriend.
yeah, she's just my girlfriend.
Just.
But we were coworkers, so we had the commonality was work and healthcare and all that. So, but we're good friends, but we're not homegirls, right? She had been trying to get me to go to this event, and for whatever reason, she wasn't letting me know in that time for me to plan or my schedule would line up. But this year I was told months, I sent the email out months in advance to everybody. And she says, you gotta go. It's a very good, positive setting. It's all minority women. It's positive. They have all these vendors there, and we dance, we have fun, we laugh, we socialize. I said, okay, I'm gonna try. So I sent the text message out to my girlfriends and my homegirls, right, a combination, and of course my family, my cousin. I said, hey, are you guys interested? And then I said, we just need I would like for us to have a table of 10 so we can have, our own little table. And so we got 10. 2 didn't show up. One was sick. One had to work. So it was 8 of us. But we really, really had a good time. It was 900 women there.
Awesome.
And the color theme was purple. The theme for next year will be pink. I've already sent everybody the color grid. And it was just amazing that you had 900 women together, from millennials to centurions, right? Because there's somebody there that was like 101.
Yes.
She was there, so millennials from centurion. And it was not any altercation, any negativity, no negative vibes, no negative attitudes. You may run across somebody that you was like, she ain't even my girlfriend, but hello, there because you saw.
Or you see death come back and bite you.
Yeah, so you see people
At
that
a
you
vendor
know
booth.
that you like, well, do I know you? But I think it was just amazing. It was my first time that I had been around so many women, and many of them very influential, who just wanted to share their business, share their just everything. There was vendors there. We all bought glasses and clothes, and there's some black vendors that we all still want to go to. We collected cards. And our particular lady that we signed with gave all of us a bag, and that was not for anybody else's table. She gave us all of us a bag and a wine glass with our name on it. And so that's where the girlfriends, is that your girlfriend's calendar you were talking about?
Yes, my girlfriend got
And that tote bag is the business. I don't know about y'all. I carry mine to work every day.
So we were under her group because Vicky sign up with my lady. She gave us tote bags with calendars and all kind of goodies in there. And this calendar is like off the chain.
It is.
When you open it up, it tells you shit you didn't even know. It's like, wow, that's happening today? I mean, every historical event, everything is on that calendar. and it's really good. I really wish we could have gotten it in January because I missed so much. I had to go back and look to see what I missed, but we got it in July. Right?
In July.
July, but it was a
And
really
such beautiful pictures.
Yeah.
There's a lot of beautiful
so it was a
pictures.
really good event. We had, you know, you guys could talk about it. I had a great time.
It sells out every year. It sells out every year.
It was sold out, and I thought it would be such an appropriate topic because it was so impactful to me. I go to a lot of banquet related stuff, you know.
The rubber chicken.
Right.
The rubber.
The mashed
rubber,
potatoes.
the rubber chicken.
And is this really steak or?
Right. What is this, Miss Streetbox? And you know, there's people that you say those little stupid nicety to, like oh girl, you know, that kind of thing. But here, I really, and I have to be honest, in my mind, I was like, ooh, we're gonna be in a room with a whole bunch of black women all together. Wow, let me really work on getting
You gotta get your
my
mind
mind
right.
right. Because you know, in all honesty, this is yikes, right? Sometimes we be tripping amongst each
other,
other,
like,
right, amongst each other. So I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen here. Oh my goodness! But I was blown away. Everything that I thought in terms of how things would be perceived, what would happen, even the food was good.
Yes.
You know, it was such an incredible vibe. Even when I saw people from the past that I had negativity with, I didn't feel negative with them.
Because you just kept going.
It was like it was so
Yeah,
much
you were
positivity.
so rude about it too, but I'm just saying.
Well, I just kept moving. I mean, but it was so. It was
You
so
got
great.
to move it. And you're gonna say that's Tooker. He tell you got to move it.
You got to move it. So I thought it would be great to kind of get that idea, and I left there thinking, why doesn't this happen more?
Yeah.
Why doesn't this happen every year, every month, or every day in our own little circles?
And look at us,
Right.
in this room, right?
Exactly. In this room. right
Amazing.
now. One thing that stuck with me was, I don't know the name of the lady, Tanya, you may remember, the lady who started it said she was inspired from the Oprah Winfrey Legacy event that Oprah had, who had such great talent and knowledge and wisdom all in one place. And I think that we have to celebrate each other more.
Absolutely.
So I thought this would be great.
So next year, ladies of the chat and guests, there is a pink color scheme.
Can we bring the baby? She's 17 now.
I think so.
Yeah.
There was a pink color scheme. There's a pink color scheme. So I will send out the text when the tickets go on sale, and they sell quickly.
Yeah, they
And
sell out every year.
They sell out. So our tables, they you know, we were able to get our 10 on time and get in, and so you know, just next year, when the deadline is there, when you know, I'll send it out in advance. We can get together so we can meet the deadline, get our money in, and get our table. That way we can
So we're
all
looking
sit
On
together.
a personal level, we're looking for about 20 or 30.
30. We want 3 tables, ladies.
3 of
30.
3 tables.
And I think
That's
it would be
easy to
a
do.
good experience to bring your children. You know,
I
like
agree.
you know,
Gotta
Asia
go,
and
Morgan.
Joy and Morgan and Meek, and just bring and Jazz, bring all the kids because it's just something for them to see about different generations. And it was really nice.
I did. I love the musical components and the dance
And the
based on the
community.
generation.
Right.
I love that part.
And then they had a comedian for MC, and she was
She was amazing.
She was hilarious.
And look at us. So, in the spirit of girlfriends, we have this amazing cast of women in here tonight. And I'd like to welcome again formally Miss Noreen is in the house, which we met at the Hey Girlfriend Network. So we are just showing that that legacy works, right?
Right.
And then of course we have Miss Jackie Fisher. She came on, and then of course Miss Morgan is here. But Lori G, when we talk about the chat, and girlfriends and homegirls, I know you have a little bit of a. Is you going to do your vignette now, or your chat? How did you want to move this?
I did have one question that or maybe a couple questions that I'd like for us to think about a little bit. I was so moved being there at the girlfriend event and going in thinking that girlfriend relationships are like a hassle. So I just wonder, do we think girlfriend relationships and networks are important in this day and age? I mean, in the age of social media and fast-paced living and Ubers and, you know, Uber Eats, we don't have to necessarily
We leave the
socialize
house, yeah.
anymore. So, I mean, how do you feel about that? I think the younger generation, what do you think? But the older generation, do you miss that? You know, generationally, how has girlfriends our sisterhood, which I want to put on the table, how has that changed or stayed constant for you?
Okay. You ready to participate?
Yeah, Shelly C, why don't you tell me?
Okay. How has it stayed constant?
Are different. Do you think they're important? Is it important to have these moments where you have, and maybe not so much a home girl, but that you have interactions with girlfriends?
I do. I think it's very important. I think it's healthy for you. I think when you spend time with girlfriends or you're hanging out, I think it's very healthy. I don't think it's a good thing to always stay in the house and everything can come to you via the internet, whether it's shopping.
Yes.
You know, I think it's important sometimes to go shopping with your girlfriends. I think it's important to travel with your girlfriends. I think it's important to have dinner or to go different places and do different things. I think it's healthy. I think we lose, being social by texting and social media. And I mean, you could pretty much talk to each other not really without even seeing each other. You know, so I think it's important to have that social interaction. That's to me.
Frida, you've been pretty quiet back there. That sounds like you.
Yeah.
I'm
Come on up.
listening. I'm taking it all in
Come
from
on up.
my
What's what you
girlfriend
thought about
the
that?
importance of girlfriends. I think that as I get older, I'm finding that there's a benefit to having your home girl. You know what I'm saying? I definitely do believe that there is a difference between the girlfriend thing. To me, the difference is like my home girl. You know, she gonna go to the grave with me, right? And my girlfriend, she gonna tell everybody else everything that you and your homegirl done.
Boom,
With-
shaka.
you know what I'm
you
saying?
kept it
So
the realest.
And here's the killer part with the girlfriend. I want to chime in on that.
Shakalaka.
She's showing concern to be nosy, not showing concern to from the heart.
yeah.
You know.
And I found, it's funny that you bring this up because I had the thought that came to mind was my mother. She used to tell me all the time that if when you close your eyes and you take your last breath, if God grants you another breath, you know what I'm saying? If you can get up and say you had one good friend in life, she said you have truly been blessed. Yeah, because I don't think that you get that.
My granny said the
not
same thing. Yeah.
genuinely. You know what I mean? Like with Jackie and myself. 100 years. You know what I mean? And it's like when we connected again, it's like we had never been separated. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, I think that it has its place. I do. But I've learned that the older I get, I'm learning more. Yeah. So a busy life though, how do you maintain girlfriend relationships?
I think for me at a young age that was very difficult. I think when I had kids, and Noreen and I talk about this often, you get so involved with your family and you want your marriage to be a certain way, and then your husband, you look at him as your friend, but then you have this emptiness because he can't relate to everything that you're going through. And so for me, I didn't work on maintaining in my 20s like I did in my 30s and 40s and 50s because I didn't understand. I thought, I didn't know the true meaning of homegirl. I had lots of friends. And you guys know I have lots of girlfriends and stuff like that. But they were all just girlfriends. And I had one friend, Gaina, who her and I were friends from high school. Then she went to college when I had my kids, and that college life took her this way, and then she hadn't had her kids, and it took me this way. But we would always talk. I think I would say that she was my homegirl. But just you have to make it important. You have to say, you know what, I'm going to connect. I'm going to, even if I haven't seen you, let's connect that one day at the girlfriend event, or let's go out to a concert, or let's go to movies, or let me just call and say, Jackie, I love you, or Noreen, even though she's my cousin, you want your cousin to be your friend too. Hey, Noreen, how are you doing? Because Noreen and I grew up since we were in close like sisters in elementary. And then she got married, I got married, and it was like we almost never knew each other. We didn't know each other because she was with her marriage, I was with my marriage, and it wasn't until, you look at life differently through a different lens. You say, I need somebody who can put into me. I need somebody that I can take my experience and put into them, and we can share. And like Lori said, they can tell me, no, you're wrong. You know, no, you need to do this. So you have a level of self-awareness, and then you're willing to change and improve. So I think it takes effort. Even though if the effort is not there, it shouldn't change the relationship. But if you want it to grow, I think everybody you have to say that. You have to make that. I would like to see you. Well, you know, can I hello? Or, you know, so just like that.
And then I think it's important too that when you have those type friends, you know, that they're not. You know how some people will give you have girlfriends, okay, girlfriends, and you know you might get into a topic or you're talking about something and they're you know talking to you and giving you advice or saying you know no, but it's coming from a sour spot,
Right.
You know what I mean, and that's what I find happens a lot. You know what I mean, that the you know, whatever it is that they're pouring into you is not coming from a good space. It's not coming from a good space at all. And I think that that's something that you learn with age. You know what I mean? So that's why I say, you know, as I've gotten older, I understand the importance of having that, you know, that ride or die, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to those girlfriends. Or, you know, because the girlfriends oftentimes I found have, they gain something from having you around, and then that attracted them to you for a friendship is that they oftentimes don't like or envy or you know what I'm saying, they just doesn't come from a good space. So it's kind of hard. You have to be very mindful of people and their motives. When we talk to Jack, I talk about motives all the time. And it's sad that you have to do that, but you do. You know what I mean? You really do.
So there can be challenges with girlfriend relationships.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just quickly, and I had this friend, and you guys may know her, but she used to date one of my husband's friends, and he was cheating on her.
Oh Lord.
And he was, and she knew it, and they were together for 10 years, and she came to me and she says, you know, I'm thinking about leaving him, and I said, well, why haven't you? You know, I put the question. She says, because I'm not ready. I've been with him for 10 years. I don't have any self-confidence. I need to get myself together. And I said, you know what? You do what you need to do. And when you're ready, you walk away. Don't let anybody tell you. Or don't let anybody say a judgment. Don't let anybody say what they would do because they don't know what they would do.
Right.
And she called me 4 years later and she said that conversation that we had at that moment made her understand what true friends were because she didn't feel judged. So it's also not judging. Right? True friend, you can call and say, you know what, I did whatever it is, or this went on in my relationship, and they support you and don't judge you because until you walk into somebody's shoes, you can say what you're gonna do, but you're lying. The truth ain't in you, as my grandma would say.
You're just gonna be there.
You're just gonna
good,
be
bad,
there.
or
You gotta
indifferent.
experience it.
You gotta experience.
I think that's very big.
How do we, as friendships and girlfriends, how do we handle betrayal? This was an episode of
You said handle.
How do we handle betrayal?
I'm done.
I had a betrayal girlfriend. You did? Girlfriend or homegirl, because there's a difference.
Or did you know that she was at that time?
Yeah. Did you put her in the wrong category?
I think maybe
Was
maybe I
discernment
put her
in the wrong category?
You're the wrong bizox. You should have been there. No.
Yeah.
So how did you handle it?
Oh, well, you know what, to be honest, I didn't handle it. She called me up and said, I never want to speak to you again.
Oh.
And hung up.
Yikes.
And I never spoke. Well, that's a lie. I didn't speak to her again, but not by choice. But was, I think it blended some of what you said, Tanya, where we were friends in college, and we became friends because she had no friends.
Friends of the friendless. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
I love Lucy. Lucy and Ethel's friendship.
That's the grave stuff you talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to be a true friend.
And she just called you
I know.
and told you. She
Say it
just
again?
called you.
She called me. Yeah, she called me. She was in New York.
and just dished you.
Well, yeah, that happened.
It happened. We were friends. Like I said, in college, she didn't have any friends. So I brought her into my friend group. I pledged a sorority in college. And I brought her into, that. She didn't pledge, but, we did the sorority party stuff, all of that. And so we became friends, good friends. And she graduated. She was a year ahead of me. She graduated. And she was working as a CPA, people.
Oh, wow.
And she quit that job to go to school to be a pastry chef. It's okay.
It's
That's
okay.
fine. That was her dream. So she, got the $200,000 debt from USC and became a pastry chef. But I was on board, wasn't I? I was on board.
Absolutely.
Very supportive. That's wonderful. That's
I
beautiful.
think you even bought aprons.
I did. We bought aprons, all of that.
What they name?
All of that. And so I think it was just that balance between I just had my oldest daughter and she was all the way in New York and just trying to work through those challenges. And she called me up and she said, you know what, I don't think you're a good friend and you don't meet my needs, so I never want to talk to you no more.
I have a question, Lori. So then, when she said that, did the light bulb go on and said, that's why you didn't have friends?
No. I'm sad to say that never did. I have to say, and my sister can contest this, I'm rarely deeply hurt. I kind of decompartmentalize people, issues, emotions,
Put them in different
all of
buckets.
that. But that
Low
really,
emotions.
it hurt me.
Low emotions.
It really hurt me because I really thought we were homegirls, that we were friends.
Interjection, everybody. I'm going to tell you the real reason I think she was hurt is because I think it was for the first time in Lori's existence and maybe somebody ended something first. I don't think it necessarily is her because she misses old girl. Because at the end of the day, old girl
It was a
pain
how
in the
dare you.
fucking ass.
It was a how
because
dare
she
you.
was so socially inept. So it was a burden by all accounts of reality. But it was just shocking because you remember the last time somebody did party first, but that didn't go.
No.
I
So
think
that was
that's it.
I felt that was a betrayal, And then on top of that, just to gossip, right? She thought she could maintain a relationship with
True.
my husband and my daughter, but not talk to me.
Okay.
Yikes! No.
Is that
real to the nizzle?
Does anybody on the panel understand that?
The
I don't-
disrespect.
I don't understand that. So it didn't go well. No. So that was my betrayal. Any other betrayals? Betrayed girlfriend experiences?
A really good story.
Tell me.
If you want to hear.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've been friends with who I considered my best girlfriend or my homegirl, right? Since we were 14. Got through high school together, got through college together, and maybe like a year after college, we had been talking and texting, and when your vibe is off with somebody, when y'all are not clicking. And I think we both felt it, just going in completely different directions. That's what happens. But it was never addressed. And so we're texting one night, and she sends me a picture or a screenshot. And the screenshot said, did I ask for her fucking opinion? A screenshot of our message conversation on what we were talking about, right? Oh, she did ask for my opinion, so just putting that out there. But that was the kind of betrayal that I never saw coming from her, ever. And I think it hurts a little bit deeper in terms of relationships when it's your friend and it's your man, because your friend knows, like, they know you back and forth, back and front. They know what's going on with your mom, they know what's going on with your man, they know you. So to just know that girlfriend was talking about me to somebody else was crazy. It was something that I never saw coming. And I think that happened to me at a good age. Because I think things like that need to happen to you at that age so that you learn how to deal with them. Because that could happen tomorrow, and I think I would be unfazed by it.
Right.
You just never know. You just never know. And that's why I'm always about the vibes. I'm always about, do we click? Do we have something? Because when you have something with somebody and when it's just,
Surface.
Yeah, surface. That's a really good word
Yeah,
for it.
sometimes.
Surface.
That's true.
But Lori and Jackie, you guys have a very, very close friend that I thought was friends. And you guys did a lot for her, supported her, almost cared for her.
As
But
in
in-
claiming on a tax return, possibly. That much support.
And so, are there different levels of betrayals? Because I'm thinking about you guys, and from a very young age, this young lady was not self-sufficient. You guys brought her into your home, made her family, this, that, and other. And then now that friendship no longer exists. So, is there different levels of betrayal? Is there different levels of betrayal in friendship, or was that like the ultimate compared to this one? I know we feel differently. You can't say how someone should feel, but every time I think about that, actually when I came home and I talked to Joel about the Hey Girlfriend event and we were talking about stuff, we kind of talked about that, and he's still in awe because from his point, and my husband don't talk at all. When he starts talking and saying something, he listens and looks a lot. And so he had a lot to say about it, and it made me think about that today when we were talking about that girlfriend. So, how does that impact you? You know, you poured everything into somebody, and then
It makes you recognize and appreciate Matthew 7:6, where he says, "Do not give that which is holy to dogs, and do not cast your pearls before swine, because they will trample on the pearls and turn and attack you." The question becomes, how many times am I going to do that, and how many times am I going to be attacked? And we were attacked repeatedly throughout that
Yeah,
friendship
I think,
until
yeah.
finally it broke. The levees broke.
But to be honest, I think I was more hurt about my college friendship because I think that was more of an equitable friendship. We started off with being more equitable. I think this second situation, we were always, always the ones saving and lifting and supporting and encouraging words and financial support and educational support,
so like,
and like we didn't get anything back, but we don't do anything to get something back. I mean, I do things because God put it on my spirit to do, right? So I know I look stupid, but I knew that friendship wasn't equitable. You know what I'm saying? So when the levees broke, I kind of knew they were going to break. And to be honest, I was happy they broke. I was happy they broke.
Yeah.
And
It was a lot of work.
it was a lot of work, and it wasn't healthy.
No, it was very
It was
toxic.
an unhealthy, toxic relationship when you really begin to strip things away.
if the levees hadn't have broken, you have broken it.
No.
Wow.
Maybe after I turned 50. Yeah. 'Cause when I turned 50, I decided I could
Fuck
say
them
no
50s.
to whoever I want to,
No, no,
whenever
no,
I
no.
want to. But before then, no, I wouldn't have done that. Jackie, I'm interested. You've had a lot of friendships. You had any betrayals?
Just one.
Just
Oh.
one?
Just
You want to
one's
share?
enough.
No.
True. Want to talk about
No, it still kind of stings a lot,
Oh, I understand.
Oh.
but
Yeah.
I still love them.
Oh, okay.
I still love them. Every once in a while we still talk, but it's not like it was. It can never be like it once.
You don't have a little doll that you stick pins in? No?
No. You know me, and my true feelings is I try to love everyone.
That's true.
I try to love her. I try to see beyond anything and to love. Love conquers all,
Yeah.
even betrayal. So that's
Right.
you hold your friends close, you hold your enemies closer,
That's true.
and you pray for them just as I would pray for my closest friend. I pray for them also.
That's maturity.
That is.
I ain't that big.
That's maturity.
My mama.
That's
My mama
maturity.
said she just couldn't do that one.
I ain't that big.
That's free to the back.
When I grow up, I want to be just like you. Yeah.
It took a while.
Yeah, that's maturity.
And especially if the betrayal is something that if it's something that was just intentional
And that part.
and you just really set out to do something that you
Malicious.
knew was gonna be grimy to me, and you know me.
Malicious.
And you know it would hurt you.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Right.
I ain't that.
I
I'm not
think
that
that's where I
level.
always think about where when someone comes or approaches me as a girlfriend or as a homie, I always, when they're talking to me or when they're dealing with me, I'm always thinking, where is this coming from? Is this coming from the heart? Where is it growing from? Is it here or is it here? So I think that's important to me. It tells you, to me that's a true sign, where when you're trying to figure out where is this coming from, is it coming from the heart or is it coming from here? You know, and all that mess. So
And God will show you. You
Oh,
pray
yeah,
for that
definitely.
discernment.
definitely.
He'll show you. Oftentimes, I think we just don't heed His warnings, or you know what I'm saying. But
And I think the older we get, or I should say the older I get, the less chances you get to burn. You get to burn.
That-
Less chances.
And that's why you pray about them and move on.
Keep on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see you got the movement. Go ahead,
I
Miss
think
Krista.
when I started to really grow in Christ and to know myself, I can't say it was betrayal, but this was a person that, you know, this was my homegirl. Like, stuff happened that, you know, you'll never tell nobody. But after I got married, so it's only been like a year or two that she, you know, but you know, she called me, you just want to be a boss bitch, and you know, and I'm thinking like, what? Like, where is this coming from? You know, over my wedding. So it's like, you know, I don't know. It's different levels.
envy.
She's married, but they're not together. You know, they're still married, but not together. You know, and it kind of shocked me, like, huh? Like, I didn't understand it. I still don't understand it, you know, because she has this anger that I can tell, even though we still, you know, maybe you can tell a dry text, you know.
Yeah.
You can tell a text when it's dry, you know, or our conversation. Her daughters are my goddaughters, you know, and I'm helping with her daughter now. She goes to Oakland, you know, to college, you know, so I'm helping her, and I talk to her daughters all the time. But their mom is like, it kind of hurt me a lot because it's like, you know, we talk about everything, and she knows everything about my relationship, and we talked, and she never judged me or judged me or my husband or the stuff we were going through, and, you know, she was just my friend to be there and talk to me, and when she said that and was mad about something that happened at my wedding, and I'm like, okay, you know, so I didn't know how to take that, but I think it was different levels, like you said, of betrayal, you know, where we kind of talk somewhat now, but it would never be the same like it was, you know, because now I don't trust you like that, you know, so that different level of, okay, you know, we can be, you know, but not like that.
But you won't get a piece of my heart anymore.
No, no, it won't go there again.
Exactly. Morgan? Any betrayals, Morgan? No? Okay.
So guys, we're gonna probably prepare for our break time here. What we're gonna do is we'll gear up for it, and Jay's gonna give us some musical interludes, and Whitley and I are gonna do some technical stuff here, and all these beautiful ladies to kind of shake a tail feather and regroup a little bit. Sound good? But
Sounds
we're gonna
good.
keep streaming on Facebook, and we're just gonna change up some YouTube. So ladies, please keep the energies flowing.
Yeah.
We're back in the Poetry of Justice show with Jackie Ray Phillips on Yikes Radio and CelebrateRadio.com.
Yikes, accelerated.